Greetings, everyone. It's Bill Fairman, Wendy Sweet, and Jonathan Davis with Carolina Capital Management.
Hello.
So, excuse me, we have been having issues with affordable housing, right?
Yep.
So, at this point, do you think that mobile homes might be a good investment? We'll let you know right after this. And we're away and we're back again. So we're able to move and roll. It wasn't me.
Roll with the punches.
Sure. I'm blaming Scott anyway.
That was funny.
So thank you guys for joining us on the Passive Wealth Show. Once again, I am Bill Fairman. This is Wendy Sweet and Jonathan Davis. We are Carolina Capital Management. We are lenders in the Southeast for real estate investors. If you are a potential borrower in the Southeast, go to our website, carolinahardmoney.com. Click on the Apply Now tab. If you're an investor looking for passive returns, click on the Accredited Investor tab. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. And we have comment sections and a place for questions as well. It would either be on the right-hand side of your screen or underneath, depending on the platform that you are viewing us from. How's it going, guys?
It's going great, and our long-term program's kicking butt.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So we have several underway with many more in the pipeline. And if you are interested in getting a long-term loan on a investment property, rental property, we'd love to help you out.
In North and South Carolina.
Yeah, North and South
We just got
Carolina.
South Carolina open.
Oh,
too.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. Rate starting at 4.25. That's
Yeah,
a full 30-year AM.
And it's for real. Like, it's not just
It's
you
not
know,
fake.
it's not, well, it's
There's
not
a lot of people throwing around
it's
just
not
numbers.
a bait and switch on the rate. It's for real. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen it just
Well, it's,
surprise us, actually.
Well, it starts at 4.25, and most people that I'm seeing are getting somewhere between 4.6 and 4.9. That's where most people are.
And they're
landing.
getting cash out.
Yeah, those are all cash outs. Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
For those of you who have already maxed out your Fannie Mae stuff, now might be a good time to get some of your other properties financed with.
And for people who don't qualify for Fannie Mae, and then there's most of us don't.
I saw
As self-employed.
Who was this? Trey Martin and Macon, Georgia, or what was it? Trey Mathis and Macon, Georgia. Looking forward to making some. Macon, Georgia has one of the highest margin rental markets in the nation. So it's a great rental market.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad little area. I used to live in Atlanta, and I would wander down to Macon now and again.
But the primary
lost.
business is the Geico call center. I think is the big primary business there.
The gecko.
The gecko for Geico. Yeah.
So, anything in the news today? Maybe we should think about doing some breaking news. This in, nothing has changed.
This just in.
The unemployment numbers continue to go down, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
We still have 8.5 million jobs that haven't been filled that are available. We still have 17 million people still on some sort of government assistance. And I don't mean, Social Security stuff. I'm talking about some sort of unemployment assistance.
17 million. What is that? Like 5% of the population?
Well, it's a lot. And you're wondering why it's hard to fill some of these jobs. Now, hopefully, like I said before, and I'll say it again, hopefully in September when all this stuff ends, and a lot of states are ending the federal.
Yeah, South Carolina is right now. I'm proud to be from South Carolina.
I mean, most of them are GOP-led states, but yeah, I mean, Montana led it, and think where are we up to, like 10 or 12? Maybe it might be more than
it's
that.
more than
There
that
was
now.
21
Yeah.
states.
Yeah.
It's how many?
21.
21.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's up there.
So,
Up there.
the gas situation here, all the
Crazy.
South Carolina stations that I've gone by have gas.
Well, I didn't. This morning I had to hit my third one had gas, and what kills me is I was paying $60 bucks, 62 maybe, to fill up my tank, my Suburban. It cost me $90 to fill it up today. I was like, holy cow.
What do you have,
This
like a
is crazy.
45-gallon tank?
Yeah.
I've got a 32-gallon tank, and yeah, it's expensive.
It was $3.59, 0.99999. You know how they do.
What?
$3.59 a
premium?
gallon. Yeah, I have to put the good stuff in.
Premium.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a
Terrible.
diesel vehicle. My
Oh,
prices
gosh.
are still below $3, well below $3, and I only have an 18.5-gallon tank.
Yeah, but you have to get out and push it uphill.
No,
Shoot,
I do.
I only put 87 in mine. I just, cheapest. All right, let's go.
I don't know if I said this already last week. I'm old. I can't remember if I brought this up last week or not. But April housing starts, and April, what is it called? Permits.
Mhm.
All below March. All below March. So we're not gaining any ground on
The housing
solving our
shortage.
housing shortage.
Right.
Mhm.
But it's because nobody can afford to build.
Well,
The cost to build is so
The cost
high.
to build, supply chain issues, the delays. I mean, if the price of lumber doesn't kill you or kill your deal, it's the delays in getting all the materials there.
Right,
So it's
windows,
then it becomes
cabinets.
the interest payments that you're going to have delays now.
Yeah, those damn hard money lenders, they charge so much.
So if you are building a spec home or you're doing a fix and flip, the market's in your favor. So if it's taking you a little bit longer, that's okay, because values continue to go up while you're waiting.
Yeah, but you can't.
I have a friend of mine that is in the he's in the contracting business, but they only build on someone's land for them specifically.
Yeah.
They don't do any spec homes, and
Mhm.
it's killing them right now. They've had to change all their contracts to have contingencies for
Increasing
the
prices.
the price of materials.
A lot of them are just giving out labor prices and then doing a materials recost like every 2 to 4 weeks.
But it's hard to do that if you, the homeowner, are the one getting the construction loan.
That's right.
Because
You qualify for a $400,000 loan, but maybe not a $430,000.
Yeah.
Like it's tough.
Yeah.
it's an interesting situation that we're in right now. But lumber seems to have peaked, and it's starting to come back down again. So they're probably getting caught up with their supply chain issues. By the way, before we go on any further, I do want to mention that Wendy and I on Thursday evening, so it would be 6:30 Central Time.
This Thursday?
At the 25th.
Today is this Thursday.
No, that's next Thursday.
Okay. Okay. Today is Thursday. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So next week.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
On the 25th, Wendy and I will be having a discussion. There it is. The $1 trillion investment mixer. We're only going to talk about $1 million.
$1 million.
Wow.
So we're going to talk about seconds, third mortgages.
Yeah. The 10, what's it called? The 10 things you should know in second position, right?
So there's a link to join the webinar, and I'd love to have you there. And I think they have free drinks.
Yeah, but
Free drinks?
you'll have to make them yourself.
Online, yeah.
Actually, that Quest Trust resource, what they do the second and fourth week, you don't have to have your money at Quest, and you don't even have to do business with them. But it's sure the education is crazy good.
They do a great job of educating.
They
the
really
public.
do.
And one of the things we're going to touch on that's very important is people have these smaller dollar IRAs. If you have you're starting a Roth and you can only put in so much, or an HSA, or one of these smaller dollar accounts, we're going to touch on that with these second and third mortgages.
Yeah.
Talk about
how
wraps.
you can put these
Yeah.
smaller dollar IRAs to work.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Make sure you join us. So let's go to the ugly question.
Oh, how ugly is it?
All right. So back to our teaser. Are mobile homes a good investment?
Are mobile homes a good investment? It's a good
Now,
question.
let's
It
first
depends.
let's first talk about the difference between a mobile home on land and mobile home parks.
Okay.
Both, in my opinion, are great investments, right?
I don't know. It depends.
Um, it depends on if you run it right.
Well, it's all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers and what you're putting into it. Used to be people would not want to touch a mobile home, whether it's a park or a house on land, mobile home on land, or a trouse, as I like to put it. That's a trailer with a little addition. So they didn't want to touch it because, you know, it's a vehicle. It goes down in value. Even if you retire the title and strap it down and put it on a, you know, a solid brick skirt or however you're going to do it, it's still used to go down in value, but that's not necessarily the case anymore. There are more and more mortgage companies doing loans on these, especially if it's after the year 2001. If it's 2001 and newer, more mortgage companies will do loans on those properties. But I mean, like this company that we're doing the long-term rental program with, they're not going to touch mobile homes, and that kind of bites. But they're not going to do it. There's a very limited way to get it financed, which means there's more out there for you to get a deal on, especially if you have cash.
Yeah, our friend Glenn Stromberg with Stromberg Capital. This is a great business model that he has, and he does turnkey rentals. Basically, he finds them, he fixes them up, he puts tenants in them, and then he sells them to investors, and then continues to manage them as well. And it's been a great investment, and he
calls it real estate.
That's right.
I love it.
And he's been consistently getting 12%. 10 to 12% return.
Yeah.
Well, the investor
is
getting between 10 and 12% return consistently. That's with management in place.
Yeah.
And the reason mobile homes have a bad connotation to them. However, it's some of the best affordable housing. You can get a lot of square footage in a double wide, and they're typically going to be on, a half an acre to an acre or more of land. So people that don't want to have restrictions, they want to have their toys with them. So maybe they got a ATV or something that they want, or a boat they want to park in the backyard. You can do that with these. You're not going to have to worry about them being in a bad neighborhood because there is no hood, because they're all out.
That's right. They're not downtown.
Outside of the city limits.
That's right. And you and I just bought 2 mobile homes that have not been lived in. They're on a lot right now, waiting to be delivered to their final destination, which what we're looking for is that final destination. But both of them they're from the year 2020. They are nice. They're nice. It has a center island. I mean, they are tricked out nice.
Yeah.
And one's 1,650 square feet. The other one's 2,400 square feet. They're a good size. And we got them for well below 100 a piece, well below 100 a piece. And it's, it's quick. We know we can put it up quick and get it sold, and even sell or finance it if we wanted to set it up that way. But we don't have to, because they're new enough that we can invest in them. But you can't find a house for, $60,000-$70,000 anywhere.
A stick built. No, I mean, it's tough.
So,
especially now.
Yeah.
3 years ago, 2 years ago. Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
So think about this. If you have a housing shortage and you can purchase a place that's between 1,600 and 2,000 square feet and still get it for, right at the $200,000 range, and you're on an acre of land,
Doesn't sound bad.
Wouldn't you consider that?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that do.
I got a
Yeah.
call from one of our borrowers yesterday out of Asheville, and he and a partner of his, they're putting in modular units. Now, modular is a little different than mobile home because they're built a little different. They're really kind of delivered in boxes, I guess, is the way.
Well,
there's
they're
on
fabric-
frame and
they're-
on frame.
Yeah, they're fabricated and then on site assembled.
Yeah. And remember, when they're fabricated, they're undercover. Like they're never rained
They're
on
in a
or
controlled environment.
yeah, so everything there is good. But he's able to get them within 3 months of his order, which is pretty quick because I'm hearing that people were getting a longer time to do that. But he's putting modulars in. He's going to turn around and sell that for over $500,000.
Wow.
Well, part of the reason that it was taking so long is that you had like 4 hurricanes that hit Louisiana right in a row.
Wildfires, California,
And so
Oregon.
they were busy replacing the ones that they lost during these natural disasters.
Right.
And then at the same time, all of a sudden, we need affordable housing.
Yeah.
And then during the pandemic, there was a lot of people that weren't coming to work or couldn't come to work. And so, everybody's a little bit behind.
Multitude of issues.
But I think Glenn, depending on where they are, he deals in 4 states right now.
He's in
Dallas, Texas,
Texas?
Georgia, North and South Carolina.
Is that where?
And
Okay.
he's starting a subdivision in Alabama.
Yep,
Is he?
correct.
For mobile homes.
Yeah,
That's
mobile
pretty
home
awesome.
subdivision. Yep.
All brand new.
I think they might be modular. I don't think they're mobile. I think he's doing modular. I don't care.
He
Either
could
way,
be.
one or the other.
Well, we even have our cousin just moved into a 55 and older community in Pennsylvania, and it's a double wide community.
Yeah, for purchase. So
Nice.
what Glenn is getting in rents are pretty unbelievable too. So for that kind of square footage, and you can still as a tenant pay between $800 and $1,100 depending on where it is and the size.
Mhm.
That's comparable rents that you're going to get on a single family.
That's right.
And you're able to buy these things,
Well,
especially
that's
with
why
what
you-
doing,
that's
you're
why
able to
you
buy
get
them a lot
the-
cheaper.
That's why you get the high yield
Yeah.
because your cost into the deal is much lower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
and
They're
those are-
just not sexy. That's the thing.
No,
Mobile homes aren't sexy.
Hold on, there's a question. Is there a loan product with no seasoning requirements for a mobile home on a permanent foundation or some land, retired title? So a loan product with no seasoning requirements.
No. Short answer, no.
I was going to say private money would be the
Yeah,
only one that
yeah.
I would know for that.
Here's the thing. If it's a owner occupied property, if it's the person that's living in it getting the financing, there's a lot more financing available.
Yeah. Conventional.
There's
all the
next
way.
to nothing available for
Investment.
investor
Investors.
financing
Yeah.
unless you go the private route.
Yep.
That's the one downside. I would love to put together a fund that just dealt in the mobile home stuff because
Yeah.
the returns would be great.
Yeah, for sure.
You just can't get the same kind of. You'd have to put together a private fund because
Mhm.
Wall Street and the banking community doesn't want to get involved in them.
Well, and so if we move over to mobile home parks, people
That's
are
another thing.
people are wanting to get into those right now and have been for a while. They're
Mhm.
trading at ridiculous low cap rates.
Mhm.
They went in because in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, they performed very well
Yes.
when other assets didn't. And so why did they perform so well? Well, most of them are paid on pad rent.
Yeah.
So it's like depending on where you are in the nation, probably between $150 and $500 for your pad rent. Well, a lot of people who live in these mobile home parks are on some form of government assistance.
Mhm.
Right.
And even in economic turmoil, that government assistance doesn't
Continues.
go away. It
Yeah.
continues. So they're going to
Yeah.
pay for their pad rent
Yeah.
because their income stream is more constant and they perform better.
Mhm.
The other thing too is you have a captive audience. So if your mobile home park is set up to where the people that live there own the home
Exactly.
and they're renting the land, once they get the place set up, and you go up on the rent a little bit, they're not going to turn around and leave because they can find somebody a few dollars cheaper down the
Right.
road.
Yeah.
Because it costs you so much to move the thing. And then if it gets to a certain age, it may not make it.
Yeah, or
And
that
that's-
wouldn't be worth it.
And that's one of the things you're seeing where people are buying these mobile home parks that are renting out the actual homes.
Mhm.
They're switching them over to pad rents because if you can get the person, you can do some kind of seller financing or some other
Mhm.
kind of financing tool for them where they own the property or own the mobile home and they're
Right.
just renting the pad from you. It creates a higher pride of ownership because they own it.
Right.
And it creates a more consistent, like if they're paying for their house, they're sure as heck going to pay for their pad rent.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're a mobile home park owner, you want all the homes to be owned by the people living there.
Exactly.
Because you are going to take care of it more if it's your place. And
Mhm.
if it's all rentals, and I think you're going to have more work collecting your rent if it's all rent.
Well, and you're going to have more maintenance issues,
Yeah.
And then you have to worry about, getting an old mobile unit out, transporting those things or moving them are not cheap.
Yeah.
It's
And you're not going to see any new mobile home parks coming up because municipalities hate them.
Yeah.
And
They're
it's
not sexy.
It's not necessarily because they have a negative connotation. Think about this. You have a school district that sends a bus out to a mobile home park and they pick up
All the
40
kids.
kids every day and take them to school, and combined taxes for those kids is about $60
Yeah.
because they don't own the land. They're only taxing them on the personal property, which is the mobile home, which is a vehicle.
Yeah.
And so they don't get the same kind of tax revenue. So municipalities don't like it.
Yeah.
They want you to pay a much larger tax bill.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there are cases though, if you own the mobile homes and the park, the pads that they're sitting on, where you can really make good money there as well, because now you are in control of what that park looks like, especially if you're doing a 55 and older type community. I think what Glenn is getting ready to do is just phenomenal.
Mhm.
With his idea of making a neighborhood or a park that is, well taken care of. I know if you go down to Florida, that there's some of
they're
the
everywhere.
nicest mobile home parks I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And they're all rentals.
Restricted, gated communities.
So, yeah.
So
That's great.
Wendy and I just purchased a short-term vacation rental that is on the water and 20 minutes from the Gulf of Mexico.
That's right. Got us a single wide estate.
And
A trouse.
so it's going to be a short-term vacation rental, and it will have a really nice. And by the way, we're going to lead right into that because our next show we're going to talk about short-term
That's
vacation
right.
rentals.
That's right.
Excellent. Yeah.
And there's a lot of different ways you can do that because the short-term vacation rental, sometimes it's all about the experience, right?
Yeah, not the expense.
All right. Well, that does it for our ugly question show.
So is it a good idea to have mobile homes?
It depends.
We never did get the answer, did we?
It really depends.
It does depend on
It's a great way to diversify your portfolio if you have
Yeah.
other assets. It is because it's a different type of asset that has proven to perform well under strenuous economic
right.
conditions.
That's right.
It outperforms as far as income goes stick-built homes.
Yeah.
However, you have fewer exit strategies available to you because the financing isn't as numerous.
That's true. But if you have one and you don't want it, let us know because
Yeah.
we might.
You guys have a great day. Join us on our next show, and we're going to talk about short-term rentals. And I think they just put the link up for that. So we should see you in a few minutes. If not, then you can watch the show recorded on YouTube or our Facebook.
So if they want to go to our website,
Yeah, go there.
tick.
Carolina.
We
hard
are
money.
Come on, Bill.
I'll get to it.
Let's.
We are
That's
Carolina
nice.
Capital Management. We are lenders in the Southeast for real estate investors. If you're interested in getting a loan in the Southeast, go to carolinahardmoney.com and click on the Apply Now tab. If you're an investor looking for passive returns, go to the Accredited Investor tab. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, and we will see you guys shortly.
And thank you, Andrew, for your comments.
Yes.